Mackenzie Barber, one of your hosts with the Florida Aviation Network. We are here broadcasting live and in the clear from the Aerospace Discovery at the Florida Air Museum at the Sun and Fun Complex in Lakeland, Florida, during the 44th Annual Sun and Fun Fly-In and Exposition. Our guest today is Ben Coleman. Ben, we're glad to have you today.
Oh, well, it's good to be here,
Thank you for
Mackenzie.
joining us at Sun and Fun.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So you are also one of the hosts.
I am one of the hosts.
Okay, and you are talking to us today.
Yes, I am. And actually, I'm talking to you because you're going to be another one of the hosts. And so we're a hostess with the mostest, as they say here. That's a joke. Hostess with the mostest?
Yes, sir.
But Mackenzie, it's always a pleasure to be here to talk with the folks, and we're actually sharing a safety premise story. And each person that we interview here, they have something to share. And it's our job as a host to actually make them feel comfortable enough to share openly and to make them forget that these cameras out here with tally lights and people barking instructions and Dale Fox's walking around and Billy Henderson's, the guys that are here that actually started this whole operation. We're here to make them feel comfortable. And that's what you're doing, is making me feel comfortable to pull some of my background out.
So what is your background? Have you always been an Aviation Network host?
No, as a matter of fact, thanks. Now see, that's a perfect example of you're pulling stuff out of me. We didn't discuss this. We didn't rehearse it.
No, sir.
So you do have a natural ability to pull things out. I grew up in aviation. I took my first flight when I was about 6 years old. Dad had a J3 Cub, and do you know what a J3 Cub is?
I know it's a type of airplane.
There you go. Well, you'll pick it up. But it's just all I know. And I'm a mechanic by trade. I went to Embry-Riddle to get my mechanic certificate, A&P. Then I went to Lockheed Aircraft Corporation, where I was a cooperative education student working on C-130s, big Hercules, 4-engine turboprop.
They have one here this week.
They do have a C-130 here. See, you're paying attention. I worked on those airplanes back at the factory where that came from when I was 19 years old. So that's 2 years older than you.
Yes, sir.
Because right now you're 17.
Next week.
Next week?
Next week.
Oh, okay. Well, you're 16.
Yes, sir.
Wow, you're doing good. But that's really where I got my start. And went to work for Piper Aircraft, got my pilot's license, and started delivering aircraft. And it was just nothing was going to stop me at that point, except safety. I always was cautious about my flights. I learned from the old timers because I was a young whippersnapper, didn't know anything. And the more that I was able to learn from the older ones, I think the safer I became. I did a lot of accident investigation with the National Transportation Safety Board. I did a lot of investigations with the FAA. I spent 12 years as an FAA inspector. And I've kind of entrepreneurial spirit, working for the U.S. government, and the entrepreneurial spirit really didn't blend very well because I was so limited in what I could do in aviation for something that I love so much. So I took an early retirement, and I'm just having fun. I'm a volunteer here, just like you are, for the Florida Aviation Network. Work with Obi and these tremendous other volunteers that dedicate their time to help us do what we do, and that's share information about aviation and aviation safety.
Yes, sir. So do you enjoy the Florida Aviation Network?
I do enjoy Florida Aviation Network. It's a challenge because you never really know from one day to the next because you're with a volunteer organization. People have lives, things pop up, things change, and you have to be adaptable, roll with the flow, and above all of this equipment that you see out in front of us here, it didn't just get there by itself. People set it up, they work hard Do you have something talking to you in your ear? Good. Isn't that fun? It's called multitasking. And
I don't know what you're saying though.
You don't understand? Can you hear him?
Can we excuse you just for a minute?
Sure. That's okay.
I'm getting a call.
Oh,
I think it's your wife.
you're getting a call from it's my wife? Am I in trouble?
All right. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Bill Coleman, Ben Coleman from
that's okay.
the Florida Aviation Network. Hope to see you next time.
Are we signing off?
I believe we are.
Is that it?
I think so.
Well, well, thank you very much, Mackenzie, for talking with me today.
I'm glad I got the opportunity to.
And to roll it, to knock it off, go ahead and tell them your name again. And I'm Mackenzie. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next interview. Do it.
You were both talking at the same time. I have no idea what you said to do.
That's the challenge.
Look at cameraman. What am I supposed to say?
You've already done that.
Look at the camera. Thank you for joining us. This is Ben Coleman with the Florida Aviation Network. Hope to see you next time.
You're not Ben Coleman.